So you're here with the Colorado Children's Immunization Coalition. What's important about being here at the March for Science?
Well, vaccines are one of the greatest public health achievements of the 20th century. They're credited with saving the lives of several million children every year around the globe. And they're based on science and evidence, and so we're here to support the science and evidence behind protecting children and adults from vaccine-preventable diseases. And unfortunately, vaccines are kind of a victim of their own success, and there are kind of a growing number of parents and people that question the importance of vaccines because, we don't need to worry about those kinds of diseases that are long ago and far away, but unfortunately all these diseases are plane right away. And in fact, we have pockets of people here in Colorado that are not immunizing their children. So pediatricians will say we're just kind of a tinderbox here in Colorado in terms of a preventable disease coming into our community and spreading like wildfire.
Okay, so I was under the probably wrong impression that the anti-vax movement was declining or plateauing in some way, but do you feel that that's not shown with the data, with how many children are not vaccinated?
Well, about 25% of children in Colorado, 2-year-olds, are not fully vaccinated, and that's a concerning amount. Some of that does have to do with just access issues, like they may be underinsured or live in rural communities where they have a hard time accessing primary care. But some, in fact, are because of reasons of philosophical beliefs or a small percentage claim religious beliefs. But the anti-vaccine movement, only about 2% of parents are what we would call hardcore anti-vaccine, where they just flat out refuse to vaccinate. And that number has stayed steady. Okay. What has grown is the number of parents who just are kind of in that questioning. Something like 30 to 50% are like, well, I might pick and choose my vaccines. I might want to delay them, not quite sure about them. And it's those parents that we're really concerned about because there is a lot of false information, especially on social media, around the dangers of vaccines. So we're trying to capture those parents that that need the science and evidence and support of their peers and their pediatricians to make the right choices to vaccinate their children.
Thank you for sharing that information. Great. And where can people get more information, or how can they get involved in helping you achieve the goals of
Sure, they can
more
go
vaccination?
to two websites. One is children'simmunization.org. That's our website where we have all our events, all our resources. And then if you're a parent, that what we call the silent majority, who basically vaccinates and never thinks twice about it, but all of a sudden realizes it's important to become advocates and show up at the Capitol here right across the street. We just had a bad bill that almost made its way through the Senate just last week that would have really questioned the underpinnings of our immunization system here in Colorado, made it easier for parents to opt out of vaccines.
For public schools?
For public schools, for all schools actually. There's all schools and all child care centers, so all licensed child care. So that website is parents for the number 4 vax, vax.org. And that's where parents can find out about policies that they want to be supportive of and those that they want to, write letters to the editor and maybe oppose. So that's a way for parents to get activated.
Okay. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.
Thank you for volunteering.
Oh, no problem.